Hi, friends. We've been practicing a lot of how to stretch your story out in writing, but today we're going to do that based on the characters that you introduced last week. So we're going to focus on having the characters do something and writing it step by step. So adding more detail into your writing to help your reader picture what your story is about. So I have two paragraphs here. Do you guys remember my story that I wrote last time about Rosie, who was scared of roller coasters, and Amy, her best friend, who was excited to go to an amusement park? Well, I'm going to read you two different versions of a paragraph from that story idea, and I want you to tell me which one you think is better. All right, so I'll start. Let's go, Amy said excitedly, tugging on Rosie's arm. Come on, Rosie put her spoon down and went to the front door. All right, so that was paragraph one. And we'll share the second one. And I want you to think which one would be better. Let's go, Amy said excitedly, tugging on Rosie's arm. Come on, Rosie sighed. She put down her spoon. She slid out of her chair. Rosie shuffled over to the closet and took out her shoes. She put them on, tying the laces as slowly as she could. Then she followed Amy to the front door. All right, which one do you think is best? You have paragraph number one or paragraph number two. If you said paragraph number two, you are right. I think that one really stretches that story out and talks about what Rosie did step by step until she got in the car with Amy. Today, as you are working, I want you to make sure that you break down things your character does by small, tiny steps to be able to help your reader. But before you do, I want you to watch my example so I can help you with yours today.
I wanted to reread the part of my story that I wrote last week, so that will help me with what I want to write today. My introduction said John was a fourth grade boy who was very funny in school. Everyone wanted to be friends with John and his brother Jim. They were both really smart and loved their teacher, Miss Honey. She was a tall woman with red curly hair. Even though John wanted to do what Miss Honey asked, he did not like to do his spelling at all. Now, here is where I added my step-by-step, what my character is doing step by step. One day in school, John was joking around with a group of third graders when Jim ran up to him. John, Jim said out of breath, did you remember to study for our spelling test today? John sighed. That was the last thing he wanted to do. No, but it's okay, John said. Right? Then the bell rang. John grabbed his yellow backpack off the floor and walked slowly behind Jim all the way to Miss Honey's classroom. So there I put a lot of detail as to what John and Jim did in the second part of my story. Today, I would like you to add some details of step-by-step things that your character has done in your story.